Here I am in Coconut Grove on Commodore Plaza, Main Highway bicycle path, and here's a parked police car. This is identical to the type of car I've had 7 rides in the past 2.5 years. This is what I call a professional law enforcement car. If a police officer ever accosts you and says, "You're coming with me," they don't say, "You're under arrest." They say, "Put your hands behind your back." You're then handcuffed, probably tightly if the officer doesn't like you, and you're going to scream in pain. Then they're going to put you inside the car. And that is what they have for a rear seat. It's hard plastic. You're going to be sitting on your handcuffed hands for a ride to pre-trial. Or if they consider you a mental case, they take you to Jackson Mental Health Hospital and dump you off there. But the whole idea is to obliterate any dignity you have. They treat you with no respect at all, especially if you have a history with them like I do. A few cruisers have padded seats, but not ones like this that they take suspects in. You're not a suspect, you're convicted. You have no chance. So, to relay my story again, I was put into one of these cruisers 2.5 years ago. That was my second arrest. I had made noises about my first false arrest. Well, they came out and made a false arrest and said I had assaulted my lover. So they were arresting me, but they didn't even say arrest. They just said, "Hands behind your back." Officer Linares put the cuffs on super tight and didn't lock the left cuff. So when he sat me on the hard plastic seat, the cuff ratcheted tight. Instant pain. I screamed. He wouldn't loosen it. He made me sit there and he sat quietly. By the way, there's a safety shield, a spit shield. It's plastic. There's no air conditioning that gets back to the rear of the car. It's only for the front of the car. Just a little bit of leakage. So with the windows up, you don't get any ventilation. So no water. So he had me there for an hour, slowly writing up his report. He wouldn't tell me what he was charging me with or what. Finally, he said, "You're being charged with assault on a person 65 or older. That's a felony. You're going to jail." And I said, "Would you please loosen the cuff? Can I have some water?" No, shut up. You're slowing me down. I said, "Why are you torturing me?" I was whining by that time. He says, "Because you're an asshole." Linares then rolled up these windows. They were opened 2 fingers width, the rear windows. He rolled them both up. This one was left 2 fingers width open, but the other 3 windows were put up. He shut off the engine, got out of the car, and went to Sergeant Carter's car, a good 30 feet behind, and was laughing and joking with her. Meanwhile, I'm screaming, "Help, I need air, I can't breathe." And he just looked my way and they looked back at her and they just were casually talking. And I decided I wasn't going to die because I was near a point of physical and mental collapse from heat exhaustion and lack of air. So I pivoted sideways on the seat, which you see is not very easy to do with that lump there. And with my bare feet, I was in underwear. They wouldn't let me put on clothes. I exploded out that window. 1, 2, 3 kicks, and the third kick blew the window out, shattered it into a million pieces with such force that it bent the upper door frame. Linares rushed back. He rushed back to his car. Let me see. So he was this far away. Boom! I blow out the window, and I'm yelling, "Help! Help! Help!" I don't want to yell at night, but I was yelling like a desperate man. "Help! Help! Help!" I wanted to get away from that monster. He was just going to torture me and kill me. He comes over and he rips open this door here. Now, he's left-handed, I suppose. He used his left hand, and my head is there, right down there. I opened the door and landed 3 karate chops. This is my head, say. 1, 2, 3. One blow here to the eyebrow ridge, the second blow landed on the cheekbone ridge, and the third blow was on the jaw with such force that it knocked out the crown molar, which I either swallowed or it was lost on the floor. Sergeant Carter hobbled up by that time, because the moment he finished his 3 blows, 1, 2, 3, just that fast, he instantly put his thumbs to my neck to kill me. Hi, I'm just taking pictures, that's all. No, I'm not hurting it.
No, I know
Okay,
you are.
okay, yeah, hi, how are you? I'm talking about what Linares did to me, and this car is my model. It's okay, thank you very much. I'll be done in a minute. Anyway, it was a pretty terrible situation, and Carter didn't stick up for me at all. She said, well, Linares was whining like a baby. She said, what happened here? "The son of a bitch bit me." And I said I did not, and I was cursing him. "The son of a bitch bit me. Oh, and look at my car. He's ruined my car." He looked at the broken window on the left side and the bent door frame. "Oh, he's ruined my car. Well, we'll charge him with a felony now for destroying city property." He says, "Well, how are we going to take him in now with a broken window?" And Carter, the reptile, ever so helpful, she says, "Well, we can hobble him." That means they put a nylon strap around your feet and buckle it to the floor so you can't kick, you can't spin. Well, while they were talking about doing that, I pivoted around 180 degrees, so now my feet are facing this window. Carter and Linares are here talking, and suddenly that window explodes out. I blew it out. I was going to disable that car so I couldn't be transported to jail in this car. I was taken out of the car, and he's screaming and crying like a little boy. Now all of a sudden there's a lot of police cars coming up. This is in front of my house at Hardy Road. There's 6, 8, 10 cars. And I'm standing here on the pavement in the hot sun. And a plainclothes cop from downtown, I guess, came up to me, walked up to me and put his face in mine. And he said, "Welch, you've become a real problem. I'm going to see to it personally that you never get an even break. In fact, you're going to do hard time." It was so malevolent. And then he turned and walked away. They ended up transporting me in another car that had a padded rear seat, and the officer that took me in was very nice and kind, and I have no complaints about that. He even gave me a bottle of water. He was a nice guy. This officer here is a nice guy too. He's let me photograph his car. Okay, so I'm done. I'm going to go home and make a little video.